Hello, everybody. It is Self-Care Sunday. Yes, it is Self-Care Sunday. How are you? How are you? It is Sunday. Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday, Kitty. Did you get your Self-Care Sunday in? Did you get your day of rest? Did you refill your pitcher today on this Sunday, Self-Care Sunday? How are you? It is great to have you here tonight. Oh, I'm more ish than 8. I thought I was going to be more 8 than ish tonight. But I am here. And I am raring to go this Sunday. Excited to have you all here. I'm getting my southern twang on tonight. I don't know why, but I am. And it is great to have you here. Nice, Kitty. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. I am so happy for you, Kitty, that you got your house cleaned and you got your Self-Care Sunday in. Refill that pitcher. Get ready to march on. Marching on. Tomorrow we get to flip that calendar. Turn that calendar upside down. Tear it off and switch ourselves to March. I am so excited about it. I am so excited as we march forth here out of February. We killed it. I mean, it has been a February. We've had winter weather. We've had all these obstacles. But we hopped right over them. We moved ourselves through these obstacles. And everything, ice, snow, freezing temperatures. The cold that would never end. But we have moved ourselves through that. And we are moving forward to March. Yes, we are. We are headed straight ahead. Nothing's gonna stop you now. Nothing, people. Michelle, live tonight. Great to have you with us live. And it was a pleasure talking with you today. A true pleasure. I enjoyed it so much. It is great to have you all here. It is Self-Care Sunday, people. Self-Care Sunday, that day every week. Oh, I'm crossing my fingers for you, Kitty. It sounds like it's going to be a fair weather week, so we're going to be good weather. I am crossing my fingers that you can come off this week and you can go toe-to-toe with the first week of March last year. I am hoping that. We're coming out of February strong. We had a strong day today, a strong finish. Everybody was like, hey, we were so busy. I knew how busy we were today when I just saw the time clock and I saw that people weren't having time to punch out for lunch at a normal time. So I knew we were busy when I saw that. And, but they were troopers today. They got it. They made it happen. I enjoyed it. I was at my desk all day, on the phone all day. But I certainly I knew what the direction was headed there. Just by seeing the signs of when breaks were happening. So I like that we're coming out of February strong. Oh, Michelle, it's a team effort here. We're here together. We're in it together. We're holding hands virtually together. We're doing it. And we'll be together before you know it. Yes, we will. We'll be back in person and together and be able to be in the same buildings together before you know it. It will happen again. It will happen. I promise you that. I know we're all antsy for it. We all got ants in our pants waiting for it, but it's gonna happen. Well, let's get this party started tonight. Let's get this party started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. And tonight we are on page 180. If you're following along in the book, our good morning tonight. Good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You're not defined by the speed of your surroundings. Your mind is racing, I tell you. You're on your way, damn it. Traffic is picking up out there. I've seen it in the mornings and in the afternoons. There's more cars out there, which is a good sign of things to come. It's a good sign. It's like the signs of spring and the rebirth. This is the rebirth, okay? Rebirth of the planet. Spring yields the growth of the gardens and the rebirth of the grass and the buds on the trees and the birds chirping. And this spring is going to yield a new energy with our customers. Self-Care Sunday is so important. I can't talk about it enough, the importance of it, because it is the day where you refill your pitcher, okay? You give out onto everybody all week long. All week long. You give out all week, all night, okay? It is a constant draining of your pitcher as you work through the week. And Self-Care Sunday is that time to step back, to take a step back and say, breathe and take it in and look at all your accomplishments for the week. And it doesn't have to be Sunday. I know some of you are still stuck on that well, Neil said it has to be Sunday. Neil did not say it has to be Sunday. That is not what Neil said. Sunday is the metaphor for it. It is important that you find that time in your week, wherever that is, because I know some of you got to cover. I talked to some of you in store today. Some of you have to cover your store today. I mean, I was at my desk all day today. So it wasn't my day of the week, okay, to take for self-care. But it is so important that you take time. Mine was yesterday on Saturday. I told you all about it yesterday. Sometimes for some of you it's Tuesday or half a day Tuesday and half a day Thursday. It doesn't matter the day. The important part is that you take it and make time for it. It is so incredibly important because everybody needs you, okay? If you didn't take time to breathe, to take it all in, you couldn't keep this all going. We are at the kickoff. We are at the kickoff of week 50 and 51. I told you since day one, okay? This is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. And what a marathon it is. And you're going strong. So strong. And you got to keep on going. And to do that, you have to refill. You have to recharge. You have to plug in. And, when your device says, you've got low battery, I'm talking to you. Yes, I am. But you plug in and you recharge and you make the recipe of the week. Did anybody look at this week's recipe? I know Adele did because she marked it yum, okay? And it is yum. This week's recipe of the week, and I didn't even tell my peanut gallery that this was going to be the recipe of the week because this is one of our household favorites. It brings s'mores indoors. S'mores bars. I mean, they are so good. They are so good. I don't think the schmutz on the recipe came out when I copied it, and sent it up. But I mean, it's got schmutz, which makes it a good recipe. But the recipe of the week, you can plan your whole weeks of meals just on the recipe of the week. Going to narcs.org/resalestrong, REC. narcs.org/resalestrong, REC gets you all the recipes, including the s'mores bars, which is just amazing. I'm sorry I posted it so late today. I lost track of it. I had it to do. I had it on my list. I had my long list. I always have a long list. I always have a long plan for my day, and today was no different. But lots of cross-outs and celebrating that all the time. It is so good, Joanne. It really is. It's a household favorite, and Cassandra actually bakes it in not in the microwave, in the toaster oven, and like an 8x8 pan or something. I don't know. I'm not the maker of it. I'm the eater of it. I eat it. I eat it. S'mores bars. I'm telling you, people, that's the recipe of the week. Take some time. You can find you're up the creek with what to cook tonight. Go to nards.org/resalestrong, REC. You see all the recipes on there right from the beginning. Every recipe we've got, it's actually really nicely alphabetically sorted. It's great. I'll take a dozen to Old Saybrook. All right. There you go, Cassie. This is one for the flower pantry people too. You know, I'm just saying, Jennifer. This is a good recipe, s'mores bars. It is good stuff. You know, I just love a nice simple. Let me rephrase that. It looks really simple how they make them. I am not involved in the actual making. Hang on a second. Let's read the. Prep time is 30 minutes, so total time of 45 minutes. But it is good stuff. It is good stuff, I'm telling you. It sets up nicely. I mean, Neil Belly approved. That's what I'm saying. And so as the chooser of this week's recipe, because none of you sent me, but you can always send me a recipe for the recipe of the week. Your family favorites to Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com is where you find me. So what am I going to talk about this Sunday night? You're about to start you are starting week 50 and 51 of this, depending on which way you're counting. You know, do you start with Tom Hanks or do you start with when I started going live every night? I mean, that's really sort of the difference in timelines here as we look at this. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. That article was inspired by my peanut gallery, believe it or not. That was, I've had that mindset, but it was based off an article and the way Rebecca dealt with, her senior year of college closing and stuff. So, but it is how we move forward. And the NARTS newsletter's got so many great articles in it this month and every month. But this month was really good. Thank you, Michelle, for that. My peanut gallery will appreciate that you liked that article. It was, you write these things and you never know how you touch someone else when you write these. All the board and everybody that contributes to the newsletter spends a lot of time formulating that. And I used to be able to write these articles months in advance. Adele used to love me because I would submit, 3 or 4 articles at once. I could write 2-3 articles in a sitting. I'd get some quiet time and I would just start writing. And they would be timely. Now I find that I have to write it just before press time. Just before, while Adele is knocking on my door, she's knocking on my door saying, "Where's your article?" And that's, when the time is right with how rapidly things are changing. That's when the time is right for me to sit at the keyboard and type from the heart on what's happening right now. But you know what? It's a good week to have a good week. Okay, we're here at week 50, 51, and it's a good week to have a good week. It really is. There are so many great things. You ended February strong. So many of you were telling me how your final days of February, okay, were so incredibly strong. We're going to ride that, okay? We're going to take that wave and ride it into March. Ride that right into March is what we're going to do. Yes, we are. We're going to march forth with it. March forth with it. How about that? And we are going to move forward. Because you're a warrior, not a worrier. A warrior, not a worrier. Yes, you are. and you know that change is inevitable and growth is optional, and you choose growth. Okay, I ask you all the time, and you choose growth. You know that change is inevitable. The world keeps spinning. The world keeps turning. Everything keeps moving, and change is inevitable, but growth is optional, and you, yes, you do, choose growth. It's amazing, Kitty, isn't it? It feels like Adele is on our shoulder there. How's that coming, Neil? You know, I can see on your keyboard, you only got a couple lines there. Let's turn that into paragraphs. We got this. You know, we're tough on ourselves. We're tough on ourselves, and that's why we're here. All of us that write or have written for the newsletter, to give that sharing with so many is so important, because I've had in normal times, I've had the pleasure to tour and travel to so many of your stores. Okay, I mean, I miss my road trips. I miss being on the road. I miss seeing, just popping into stores and saying, "Hi, I'm Neil." I miss doing that. But one of the great surprises that would happen to me so often in that is as I traveled, I would find your articles just randomly posted in back rooms or by a register or something. These articles that touch each and every one of you in some way. I always love doing that, okay, and finding that article, and because us as authors don't always know how that hits, and it's so immensely fulfilling seeing that. That's like posting on Mom's refrigerator at home when you go into another store and you see it. My mother always liked that I have her picture in my PowerPoints and talk about her. That was, did you do that presentation when you talked about me at the beginning? And I'm like, yes, Mother, I did that. So tonight, I am not sharing, well, it is kind of work, because a lot of you need to work on this. 5 habits, okay, for Self-Care Sunday for you tonight. I have 5 habits of genuinely relaxed people. 5 habits, and I may add a 6th to this, and I'll come back to that, because I have one, that I'll come to. But this article I thought was really good. 5 habits of genuinely relaxed people. If applied, these rules can help you minimize stressful moments. Well, isn't getting out of bed in the morning stressful? Isn't getting out of bed in the morning stressful? Okay? No, it doesn't have to be. Okay? We get out because you're a warrior, not a worrier. This starts off by asking, imagine getting up in the morning and feeling deeply grateful and relaxed. Well, I mean, that's part of our program every night, thinking about what we're grateful for. So what are the 5 habits? Is wine there on the 5 habits? Okay, we may have to make this, like a Stephen Covey thing and add a few things there, Michelle. We may have to add a few things to it. So the first habit of relaxed people, of genuinely relaxed people, is they ask for help. Okay? They realize they're not alone. Somebody ever remind you that you're not alone running this store? Okay? They ask for help. How many of you that I talked to today asked for help? Okay? How many of you hesitated on that? I hear it all the time. I didn't want to bother you. Okay? Cassandra will say, bother him. Bother him. It keeps him out of my hair. Bother him. Ask for help. You don't think I ask for help? I ask for help. Okay? I'm not in this all alone. Okay? You go. You ask for help. Okay? When I was talking to Terry at the SBA today, the acting director, and going back and forth there. You know, it's about asking for help for people. You're not in this alone. You can't do this all alone, okay? We are not in this alone. You're not in this alone. No matter what darkness is haunting you, okay? No matter what you can't figure out, okay? You ask for help. You ask someone else's input. You ask someone who has been there and warriored before you. Okay, I video game this a lot, but when you want to get to the next level in that game, you ask somebody, how did you do this? How did you get to that next level of Angry Birds or Candy Crush? Or the new one, Toontown. I haven't even played that one yet. Excuse me. Hiccups here. You ask for help. There are people that have tried this path with you. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to know it all. You know, I got that lesson really hard at a young age, and it's probably served me well, okay? I worked with this guy, and he was this short little thing. I mean, he made Adele look tall. Okay, I'm just saying, he was short. He was short. Okay, but he was a powerful salesman. He was a powerful salesman, and he sold medical software systems and pharmacy systems, and he was a big deal. Okay, and you know, but part of him came across, or looked, you know, he had the chains, he had the attitude, he had the fancy watch, the car, he had everything, okay, and he was selling these really expensive systems, okay, really expensive at the time, and you know, when I had the opportunity to work for her and everything, I realized quickly that he didn't know anything about what he was selling. He didn't know anything. He knew how to build relationships. He knew how to work with people. And he knew how to surround himself with smart people around him. Okay? And technically, I was one of those people that he surrounded himself with. Because, you know, I would travel around with him, and he'd sell things, and it'd be like, oh, the system can't do that. The system can't. And we'd have to figure out how to make things do things that he promised and sold. Okay? And he would just talk, okay, and build relationships. He didn't know how to turn on the computer barely. And so, but he asked for help. He asked for people like me. He asked for other people, okay? You ask for help. You surround yourself with people that's smarter. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to be. I'm not the smartest person in this room. You don't have to be. Ask for help. That's one habit of genuinely relaxed people. They ask for help. Another habit of highly relaxed people is they create boundaries. Boundaries. Lines. Good accounting things. Lines, columns, boundaries, okay? And they respect others' boundaries, okay? They don't walk all over people, okay? They don't walk all over people. They respect boundaries. You can't be relaxed if you're constantly trying to satisfy other people's expectations. You can't be relaxed if you're constantly trying to satisfy other people's expectations. I say, and you've heard me say it before, I joke about it, but, you know, I had a Jewish mother. I have long outlived the idea of trying to make, you know, my mother happy, okay, and trying to do everything, quote unquote, right. I was broken of that at an early age. And so I respect that boundary. I'm not trying to satisfy other people's expectations. I say it all the time. I'm just Neil. I am Neil. You're Michelle. You're Kitty. You're Adele. Okay? You're Kathy, Susie, Kelly. Okay? It doesn't matter. Don't try to be something you're not. Just be you. You. Okay? Just be you. The third habit, and it's really a self-care Sunday thing all about, is they prioritize their mental and physical health. They don't let themselves go to heck. They don't let themselves go to heck. You take care of yourself. You get some sleep. Okay? You take time on Self-Care Sunday to refill your pot. You refill your pot so that you can help others. Okay? You take that time to turn everything else off. You leave your phone off. You leave it on the other side of the house. You don't need all that instant notifications. You don't need to not everything needs you right now. Okay? You prioritize that. There's no finish time to your accomplishments. Okay? You can keep on accomplishing. There is no finish time. Prioritize your mental and physical health. Take care of you. Okay? There's only one you. There's one quote here from the Harvard Medical School. We've never been taught how to relax, how to take care of ourselves in a positive, nurturing way. Not just going on vacation or out for an expensive dinner. 20 minutes of deep relaxation a day will aid your mental growth and improve your physical health, emotional stability, and possibly even increase your spiritual awareness. And this quote is really good. We all know that almost everything will work again if unplug for a few minutes, okay? Unplug, and almost everything will work again, including you. That is the whole premise of Self-Care Sunday. Unplug. You don't think my email will pile? There'll be other emails that'll come in. It's okay. Life will happen, okay? But it will not happen if you aren't there, if you aren't rested up. Next, they avoid overstimulation. Overstimulation. Okay? Overstimulation and distraction. Okay? Turn off the notifications on your phone. Okay? We're connected to everything. Okay? Which is constantly ping-ponging our minds. Ping-ponging what we're looking at. Okay? Ping-ponging what we're doing and what our attention is working on. People, it's constant, they hear me in my peanut gallery, no, I'm focused on this right now. This is what I'm doing. And they'll be like, oh, he can only do one thing. Well, yes, I can only give my true, undivided attention where I can really digest it in to one thing. And if I am giving that my undivided attention and working with that, I will have a better effect on that, and I'll be better ready to handle the next thing. So avoid overstimulation. Don't have 3 TVs on in front of you, your computer and your phone. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. And the last one, and I think this is really this really sums it up, is so again, this is 5 habits of genuinely relaxed people. They stay true to themselves. They are who they are. I'll say it a different way because I have an interview question that I was like this. Tell me what a friend would say, how a friend would describe you, how a coworker would describe you, and how a family member would describe you. And I asked that question because you're looking for a varied response, okay? You're always looking for a slightly varied response, but you're looking for the essence of that response to all be the same. You're not looking for them to be one thing with their friends, okay? One type of person that their essence is different with their friends than with their coworkers, than with their family members. You are who you are if you can be that person, okay? And be true to yourself. I say it often, Neil is Neil, okay? What you see here every night, okay, is Neil. Okay, what you see in person is the same thing, okay? That love me or hate me, there's no money in the middle, okay? This is what you get, okay? If you're hoping for the calm, sedate Neil, this is Neil. This is Neil. This is what you got, people. And so I like to think of myself as true to myself. And if you can answer that interview question, okay, that I just gave you, with how would your friends describe you, how would a coworker describe you, and how would your family member describe you? And if the essence of each of those descriptions, okay, the words may be different because, it's one of those tricky interview questions that you think you have to answer it slightly differently. But the essence of what it says should be the same. And if you can answer that way, okay, then you are being true to yourself. And I want you to be true to yourself. Those are the 5 core habits of genuinely relaxed people. Just for review real quick again, habit number 1 is they ask for help. They're not in this alone. Habit number 2 is they create boundaries and respect others. Habit number 3, they prioritize their mental and physical health. Habit number 4, they avoid overstimulation. Turn off all the devices. It's okay. The world will not stop. The world will not stop. And they're true to themselves. They are true to themselves. That is some self-care reflection for you guys. That is some self-care reflection. As you get ready to flip the calendar to March, and March 4th in this year, March 4th, and take and own 2021. To be a warrior, not a worrier. Okay? To be a warrior, not a worrier. Because change is inevitable. Okay? But only you can choose growth. That is what I'm telling you, people. That is your Self-Care Sunday. What habit is my favorite? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. There's so many good things. I guess ultimately it all centers back to being you, okay? Being true to yourself, Michelle. I mean, ultimately, if you are true to your core principles, if you are true to what you do, say, talk, mantra, then the rest of it comes easy, okay? Then you're not afraid to ask for help. You're not afraid to call up a friend and say, how do I do this? Okay, how can you help me through this? Who do you know that can help me through this? Even when you don't know what this is. You know, overstimulation is a big one in our world these days, okay? It's always been a problem throughout life, okay? Throughout mankind, overstimulation has been a problem. I mean, ooh, look, something shiny over there. Ooh, fire. The stars, okay? But, you know, it's always been a problem, but it's an exasperated problem in our lifetimes today, where technology has moved from an assistant, okay? something to make you more productive, make you more knowledgeable, make you better, to a hindrance, okay? Because the same things that can make you more powerful and make you better at what you do can take away from that because they're constantly it's tough to prioritize you. It's hard to prioritize you, and that you need to take care of your mental and physical health. You take the short end of the stick. It's why we have deemed Self-Care Sunday since the beginning of this. It's why my peanut gallery said you have to talk about this each and every week. That you have to get people in that mode. Okay, you're already on this, that this is not a sprint. That this isn't going to be over in 2 weeks, 2 months. You have to remind people to take care of themselves. So, finding that all and how it speaks to you, but ultimately being true to yourself, okay, and where you want to care for others. You can't care for others if you can't care for yourself. Like we were talking earlier today, Michelle, when we were on the phone, and you were helping Gramps last night when I tried to call you. And if you don't take care of you, Michelle, you can't take care of Gramps. Okay? Gramps is smart enough to ask you for help. But you can't be doing that if you don't take the time to take care of you and refill your bottle. And so all of that is so important for all of us. I mean, Kitty talked about earlier how she's feeling refreshed today, even though she cleaned house, okay? It wasn't the same energy, the same mental strain as running the store or working with all the customers and doing everything else, okay, that she got her self-care day in with that. Grampy is a handful, but that's what Grampy is for, okay? And Grampy needs you. Grampy needs you, and you need Grampy, okay? You need Grampy. I want to meet Grampy when I come down there. This is what we need, people. This is how you get to the other side. This is how we work our way forward. This is how we take ourselves as warriors and gladiators and work our way forward. It is with this level of self-care. I mean, even tomorrow I have my monthly meeting with my coach, my business coach. Okay, again, getting me in the right mindset so that my mind is continuing to work forward. Okay, that I'm taking care of this so that I can take care of other things. So I will stop in the middle of my day tomorrow and take care of that so that I can take care of all the other things on my list. There's so many things, but that is how we continue to move forward. That is how you do it. That's what I'm telling you. That is what I am sharing with you tonight. You know what? This video and everything that I talk about goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Noon, I tell you. It's all over there. All the files, the s'mores bar recipe, everything is over at narts.org/resalestrong, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Yes, the Mickey Bell, so that you know when a new one live in the Narts. You can also share that page, narts.org/resalestrong, with everybody you know in business. Butcher, baker, candlestick maker, they all need to hear what we're talking about, so we can help everybody not only have a great week, because it's a good week to have a good week, but we can help everybody get to the other side. I am here live in the Narts private Facebook group every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil@ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Less than 6 degrees of separation from Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm just saying. Tonight, we are on page 180. If you're following along in the book and you weren't here at the beginning, our good morning tonight is good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You're not defined by the speed of your surroundings. No, you're not. Your mind is racing. You're on your way, damn it. Our good night tonight is good night. Days may be slow. You may face setbacks. Still, you're on your way. Your tempo is not dictated by your surroundings. Your heartbeat is your own. You're on your way, damn it. Yes, you are, people. You're on your way. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a March 4th party. I don't know. We will party again, and we will be in person again. And I don't know when we will, but when we are, yes, I will. I'll be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow at more 8 than ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. Have a great night.